Hey, good morning, guys. It's Jamie. I'm just heading into work here. Just doing a quick post about something I'm thinking about this morning. There's no wisdom here, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's some wisdom. But I wanted to share something about not being satisfied. So I've been listening to Grant Cardone more this week, and I try to listen to as many successful people as I possibly can, regardless if I like them. And the reason that's important to me is there's a lot of people that you're going to come across in life. I mean, you know this most likely, that you're not going to agree with, you're not going to like. You're not going to like the way they look. You're not going to like the way they sound. You're not going to like the way they speak. I don't mean their accent or whatever. I'm just saying, like, there's just things that aren't going to connect with you, and it's a choice if you want to be around them or to entertain conversations or listening to their thought process or perception on any given subject or topic. But I can tell you, regardless of the culture, race, religion, ethnicity, whether they have more money than you or not, their age, there is something to learn from other people beyond just that. And that's what I found. I'm not trying to school you. I'm saying that there's many times I find myself struggling with people that I run across, and I have to remind myself, if I can, that there's a nugget, as they say, a nugget of wisdom. There is something I can take away from this person. I am not better than them, and we all come from some place. We all have our own experiences. So I found myself really, I don't want to say questioning, maybe questioning to the point of, can I do better? Can I do better? Do I want to do better? And you have to be honest with yourself. If I was talking to my oldest son, I think he might, if anything, I would hope of my 4 kids that he would get it. If I say you got to be honest with yourself, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, can I do better? Am I doing the best that I can do? Or am I being lazy? Am I taking shortcuts? Am I only putting 10% in here, or whatever the percentage is? And the truth is a lot of times the answer is no. I'm not doing as good as I could or can. I am not giving it 100% or 1,000%. I am making excuses and finding reasons not to do better. And that will show up in different areas. That will come apparent in different things. I don't think you have to be a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire to have worth. What you do need, well, you don't. It's not that you need to, but what you might find is that for you to be satisfied with yourself, if you feel like I can do better than this, and again, I don't just mean monetarily or like houses and properties and cars and zeros in your bank account. That's not what I really mean, although it may partially reflect that, but I don't think that is really the main thing. All right, and that, I'm being careful how I convey this, because I personally don't believe that I would be much different with $1 billion in my in my account or in assets than $1 million, or 100,000. I would have more power, I would have more ability, but it's not going to make me a better or a worse person. It just would empower me to do some other things that I'm not able to do. Maybe help more people, but I don't need more stuff. I don't need a Rolls Royce. I don't need status things that are not going to make me feel better. One of the guys that I look up to personally in my life that I've met and worked for, was worth almost $1 billion. He was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And man, the guy drove a Camry and loved his grandchildren. He wanted to get ice cream with them. But he was a sharp, shrewd businessman. But he wasn't driven by driving a fancy car. Now, I'm not saying if that does it for you, do it. But that's not what I'm focused on. But I am focused on some of my efforts where I'm like, man, can I do better? Can I have better fitness? Can I eat better? Yes, I can eat better. Can I get up earlier and read my Bible? Can I get up earlier to listen to an audio book? Because I'm probably not going to read. But hey, whatever it takes, I have to say, man, all I have is the time to invest. And I'm trying to utilize and maximize the time that I have. But one thing that Grant Cardone said recently that I listened to really kind of struck a chord with me. Of all the things, and that's where I was saying, I'm not in love with Grant Cardone, and he doesn't care, right? He's okay. But one thing I really like about him is he doesn't care if you like him, and he's immensely successful, and it doesn't define him. Whether you like him or not. I respect that a lot. But what he said was, how much time do you have in your day? How much time do you have? And what's the answer? 24 hours. Okay, so you got to sleep. There's so many activities you could do. And he says, no, not if you add a person. Not if you add a person. And I thought, wow, that's pretty, I never thought of that. And that's kind of a pretty simple thing to say, right? But if you're an entrepreneur or if you're successful and you're trying to get some things done, that's why people have personal assistants and people that work for them, and they trade their money, or they trade equity, for time. They trade equity for their time, so that they can get something accomplished. So that's my thought this morning. As I pull in here. Is I feel like I can do a lot more. Now, the videos I post, I make a lot of excuses where I'm like, but that sounds corny, or I'll actually record something, I'll delete it, because I'm like, I just don't like what I'm talking about. But in the end, it's like, who am I to decide? I am who I am, and should I really worry about that? I'm trying to get a message out. My message isn't follow Jamie Benty and become a multimillionaire. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to share some life lessons, good or bad, that hopefully you'll learn from, whether they are good things or bad things. But my thought this morning is am I really satisfied? And the answer is no. And what I would leave, if you're watching this video, is ask yourself that same question. And I think what we're going to find together, and not, that you and I are going to message each other and ask it, but you're welcome to, is that if we're honest with ourselves and we say, I'm not satisfied, I can do better, what are you going to do about it? Right? What are you going to do about it? When I was younger and I was a scrappy kid, I'd get in some brawls in my teens and 20s, and sometimes I got my ass handed to me, to tell you the truth. But I'd say, what do you want to do about it? And sometimes people would punch me in my face. but there was actions. You got to take actions and get things done. Because you'll respect yourself more knowing that that you've actually did everything you could do, and even when you hit that area where you're like, I can't do any more, you got to do more. You got to say, well, like, I actually got to figure a way out. And that's what I find is a lot of times if I run into a problem, I'll start to really think about it. It might take me a couple of days, but then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, I can do this. And then it's just a question of if I'm going to do it. Like, 'cause I'll come up with a solution, not because I'm a genius, but I work through the math in my head as far as the math of whatever the problem is. And I'm like, there is a way to do it. It's just, do I really want to do it? And am I satisfied? So, are you satisfied today? If not, get moving. Let's get going. All right, see you later, guys. I'm going to post this, not even edit it.